Hiya Gat, really good session today. Hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through a couple of things now we talked about with the driver. Obviously it's set up now, we can see on this left hand side your head's pretty much on top of the golf ball there, so for a driver so that's just a little bit too far positioned to your left hand side. That's going to cause that club to come down a little bit steeper, deal off the golf club and potentially create that sort of slightly open club face. And then, as you said, the way you'd square that club face up would be your right shoulder kind of coming over the top, which yes, it would square the club face up, but it would deal off that club even more. So your golf ball was going fairly straight, but a bit of a low kind of knuckleball down the fairway. Great in the wind today, but not really great going to be when trying to gain some extra yardage on some of those par fives. So swing wise, we're going to try to feel it at address. As we can see now, that head just a bit behind the golf ball on the right hand side now. That's going to help the club coming a lot more shallower into the golf ball, and then the feeling really in impact is allowing that club to kind of let go and just release through. If I put a line down here now, it's kind of like a finish line now through your left side. We want the sensation as we come to the golf ball, the club is going to get through that red line before your hands and your body. So there's a little bit of movement here now. We're just about behind the ball here now. As we come back to the golf ball there, you can see now just as you come into impact, your hands and the club are sort of just kind of coming to the line together, even though you felt as though your hands were back here when the club kind of caught up. So it's getting that sensation, you're letting your arms unhinge and release that club through. Once that club releases through, we can then stay behind it and get that launch angle up a little bit higher down the fairway on target. Okay, also we don't want to be leaning too far forward and getting that weight too far on that left side. So into wind or windy conditions, you can sort of knock that ball down lower. This left hand swing would work ideally, but for the normal sort of shot, get that launch angle a bit higher, square that club face up. You got to keep that position behind that golf ball, change that launch angle. It's a bit more up on the way through. So if that makes sense, any questions, obviously give me a shout and I'll see you soon. Cheers, mate.